Lonks is actually going to fall off it at just the wrong time, but still a 3-man setup. Bait setup with a flashbang, and Zyphon hits the first. Flash comes in, and now they can think about getting out of dodge. They're going to continue to fight, and Zyphon, well, if you're hitting shots like that, why not? Big man advantage. And
going to try and send a player out from balcony. You can see the flash comes in. Needs to be super effective here, and nice little move from Hadji there. Stair, however, has got him covered from the back end. Just buying a bit of time and a frag. You need to be careful sort of rushing in here by the looks of things. More damage onto Zyphon, so very quickly it's gone from looking impossible to a bit more possible. Kenny can't get into it fast enough. It's set up for Python. He's got to take one of these players down quickly, though, and he just can't. He just can't. That is unfortunate towards the tail end for Falcons. But...
Wrong stack. Only 2 here on A. They're free stacking B with no information, and they're the ones with the full buy. It's their opponents on the 4. Zello had to find a kill when he doesn't, and now launches him for a world of pain. So many players to deal with. Basua was low, but the headshot's too good. And
hard to get through, but the weaponry here, you can see it's just MBK. Wins these fights over towards short. At the very least, creates the 2 frags, and Zyphon not going to have a lot of time. If there'd been a head around on the box there, he might have gone for it, but unfortunately no one going to give him that new box. Both hiding. Going to go for a late boost, maybe. Oh, they've got the Cadian smoke as well. This annoying little smoke that gives you so much room to work with. It's Zello coming through the smoke of CT, who finds the linchpin play. And now Stair over here at New. They're not ready for him. Takes out Kenny S. Just down to Python against 3. A lovely little move from Sprout, and it should come to fruition. It does indeed. Fantastic stuff. And like I say, Falcons maybe giving the
script just flipped on its head, and now it's Falcons with 1 rifle and a load of pistols in the mix. Myriad of pistols, and, well, Lonks has no fear of fighting. Look at these 2 rifles in hand, and these young guns want some duels.
5v3 ensues, and Falcons just stuck without an idea. To be honest with you, looking for a little bit of damage. You know, you're in this position where you do have to go for a buy. Wow, Zello certainly making up in the past couple rounds for his little mistake there in round 2.
He can rifle, that's for sure. I think off the back of what we saw yesterday in Falcons' first match, for anybody that if you just go back and look at the match page, you can kind of just see that.
Where they were really messing up the nades. Speaking of, big damage on the attack here. Minute and 20 left on the clock. No CT smoke, thanks to a fluff nade, and there's 3 on B ready to go on the CT side. Surely no way of getting in. You would say Stair needed to be double peeked, but actually he and Lonks are going to get the double peek out, and it's just Python against 4. Not a hope in hell. Bomb at the seat of the CT side. They know exactly where he's at. They will mow him down, and it's looking all too easy. We're only 6 rounds in.
This could be disastrous.
And the molly's just going to push them apart. That's really awkward. Lounce very ready for this one. Stair finds 2 from CT. It's actually Lounce that kind of fluffs up a little bit. Python will take his head off. And we have a nice post-plant setup. Python drawing attention to himself. Might even find a head. Goodness me, the crosshair was there. The speed of it. And now Hadji, it's such an unbeatable angle, man. Zello on the save. Can't even get away. And some textbook Hadji coming in at the tail end. So the pistol able to rotate towards B, calling this with perfection so far. Flash coming in for Stair, and the refresh going to be a bloodbath here. Almost 3 in for Stair, looking very good. Through the smoke comes Lonks, and they will just mow them down. Yeah, the read was there. Refresh, the right timing, the right spot.
One weird call in the second round from Sprout. They're never catching them out of position. Until now.
Until now, of course. MBK going to charge through. Zello goes down. Player in towards Pit in the form of Zyphon. Always difficult to deal with. Refresh has got him backed up. Oh, and a beautiful nade rifle combo. Refresh almost in for 2. Now the player in Pit that needed to, at the very least, chime in for 1 more. Broken spray down from Lonks. He gets there in the end. Certainly set up for Stair. Auto smoke is pretty bad. Suitor on an AWP, and both of them incredibly low. This is not out of the realms of possible. Oh, and he gets the timing, the catch on the first. He looks certainly very ready for that type of angle. The bomb is planted for Python, though, and Python's going to get that timing perfectly. Magic.
Panic not be the last. Here we go again. Nades flying over, and they're trying the same round. But I think Sprout this time has set up a lot better.
Yes, definitely looking good. Lonks on the AWP, interestingly enough. Refresh nearly in for 2, but not quite. There. Oh, that's maybe the questionable play. We'll see. Zyphon's in towards pit by himself, getting surrounded pretty quickly. Again, needs to live. It's a smoke down. So he will stay alive a little while longer here. Nade comes in. All good. Just be safe. Oh, MBK expends his entire magazine. It's just Kenny against 2. He's found the first. He knows the second is tagged. Very slowly indeed. Got to start to make noise, though, as that bomb ticks down, and Kenny knows exactly where he's coming from. Oh, back turned. Easy for Kenny S. Very easy indeed. Allow them to exploit it. We've gone from a passive setup to a small mid-retake back to a passive setup here on A. 15 seconds. Everybody's still left alive. That's exactly what they needed. Hadji on the entry. Zello, though, AWP on site is so hard to get past. Refresh has dropped the bomb. There's no time at all. You may as well just move to save here, guys. Kenny will trade out one more, but yeah, they just don't have enough time. And really, really well done there from Sprout on the utility usage. Here we go. Straight in. 2 at new box. Once again, this worked for them very well in a half-buy round, and this pesky smoke that they keep throwing down is just buying more time for Zello to pop off. Gaps in smokes. They seem to be everywhere for both.
Wow. Wings are clipped here because Falcons are falling fast.
Ooh, misses out on a jumping shot, though, and it might just cost them moves across the Deagle to keep things in favor of the CT side here. Looking for a bit more on the Deagle. Doesn't come for him, and I believe they lose the player on site pretty quickly as well. The rush, super effective from Falcons. They will go in to just buy a bit of space. There you are. A HE lands to even us back up. Molly down to deny plants. The bomb is actually somewhat trapped and hit now. The Suitor with a keen headshot. Very weary of a player moving in through the moto smoke. They'll get the re-smoke. Oh, and Masuta with another. Jesus, that's a hell of a round coming in from Masuta. Important. And it is, of course, a fast rush coming in from Sprout here, not wasting any time. Refresh being the one to draw all the aims away. Masuta will chime in with the first headshot. Somehow, Refresh is alive and also not getting kills, and then he gets that one? What? Okay.
So many good individual players. Even Zyphon, who for a lot of people was, not the, let's say not the late banana take. There's no deep molly, though. And it comes in very late, and now they're going to explode in behind it. Nades are there. Zello connects with the first. MBK probably wasn't the gun for the moment, and it's a 2-for-2 trade, I guess.
Not really trade very much back. Slow walk up short, however, is deadly. Ooh. Both of them chime in, and that's got to be Kenny S on an AWP save.
Refresh doing a good job right now.
Kenny. Can he live? Oh, a leg. Oh, the Deagle to finish off. He will survive.
Front side smoke. Maybe that's a missed coffin smoke. Are they really not part in this? Oh my lord, this is risky. 28 seconds, and I can't believe Sprout pulling this off. First kill found, and it's getting so hectic. Zyphon's through the CT smoke. What on earth is going on?
Absolutely no idea. Kenny S still remains alive. He's the one man that could save them. They're so low.
It's a little depressing, isn't it, for Falcons? They had the read. I mean, their macro was good. Just couldn't execute when push came to shove. Fighting it, facing it. Refresh really going to go through. Look at this. No fear whatsoever from the Danish in-game leader. Python there to recover that for Falcons.
The chance to pull this round back is dwindling quickly. 3 players in on the site. In a matter of moments, fake out comes through. It's actually going to cost Zyphon his life. Lounx is now left alone. And he has no HP to work with. Hadji at coldzera box. The bullets apparently go all around him. 15-8. 20 seconds. Not a lot of time. They're going to go on to A. I think they want to go via long, but it's not going to work. They have to go early, take some damage, lose a player. Zello on the AWP needs to chime in here. Kenny S. Surely got to go down. Somehow stays alive, and that's all they needed. 3 seconds, not a chance for Zyphon, and Sprout really wound that clock down. Little too much in the end. You're going to move into brackets and use it, and maybe what they were doing in the last round was all part of some kind of ploy, because this is very similar, except they've got bodies here this time. It's not just nades coming in, there's also men to back it up. So we'll see. That B split may well be on the cards. Kenny, however, he's got other ideas.
Yeah, bailing them out, because I don't know what Masut was doing there. That was way too overzealous. And Stare gets Python. Big kill. That's going to put the fear of God into the CT side. Refresh thinks he has a gap, but he doesn't. Oh, they could have really retained that 3-on-3. But look what's done with the MBK.
It's such a hard setup with no nades to get through. We'll see. One jump across actually lands the flick. Okay. They try and test zywoo, and, well, they get the bite of the dog. We'll see what happens here. Kenny S trying to contact in on the AWP. Brings it down to a 1v1, but zywoo is not going to let him finish. Not going to continue the game on. He will end it 16. Falcons, at the very least, they get that CT side start, I suppose. Masuta and Python going to be the heroes on the dual leads, but Masuta will not get to see the light of day with those dual Berettas. B-bomb site maybe just falling like that, to be honest with you. Very, very quick headshots coming back through from that T side and a deep on Inferno from that CT side of Falcons, but what can you do here? Really not an awful lot, to be honest. Python looking for exits, to be honest with you. But
it's a big statement of intent. I mean, it's putting raw competitive level above. Okay, these frags are getting pretty frisky for the moment. Okay, now we're cleaned up. They're putting their raw level of competition above. So that's a big statement. Just as Pursuit rattles off ahead. So they're losing a lot of numbers here. That got pretty hectic. So yeah, they live and die by maintaining a good ranking.
Lounks and Stare, the two young guns, the two, and their first bout of it here is immediately shut down. MBK's got a good angle, and he is indeed faster than zywoo to the mark. So not out of the runnings just yet. Python remains on the A-bomb site. Got to be careful with how they play around him. He's going to take down Stare eventually as he sprays through. FDK with a crazy push. It's all over the place here at the tail end of this one. 2 versus 2. It's not perfect. They're moving from different angles, different spots from one another. Kenny does manage to take down Siphon. It's all going to be on to Lounks to go for his 4K. Can't find the head. He's low on ammo. The bullets keep missing from Kenny, however, which gives him chance after chance after chance. As he spotted his head, he has indeed. He knows exactly where Kenny is at now. Just got to play it wisely and play around the time, importantly. Kenny S has no kit, and he can't find the kill himself, so the round will go.
Really came into Sprout's pool towards the end of last year, and here, Launch, normally so good. Just too much to deal with. This 2-man setup when ready for that. Falcons are taking a tremendous risk.
Solid pickups coming through. Yep. Easy finish in the end. No real sweat off the brow.
In the sidelines of a lot of these players. Look at this fast play. Fast A split. You don't see this very often. There's no CT smoke. Quite amazing they get through unchallenged, but as soon as they get into that CT area, a lot of angles to deal with, and they just get absolutely grinded up. A plant here would be a miracle if they can get it, but there's all these nades on these CT players. Doesn't look likely, and now just launch. Too many to deal with, and clean hold in the end. That was a great round. CT side, and they're not really going to contest in front of it. They're trying to boost around the smoke at the moment. Bit of a tricky angle as Refresh takes a fight. And Stare can't quite see anybody. The smoke's going to fade. He's going to get so awkward. Wow, look at that. Longs is trying to chase down as well. Hadji's in a world of trouble. Flashes come in. And Longs, never a man to slow down. So explosive. And now Falcons, they're fully rattled. You've got to make a really hard call now if you're just going to save immediately. And I think Kenny hitting the deck is going to ensure that. Longs, I mean, he's just a monster, isn't he, once he gets going? So explosive.
If he plays it correctly.
Oh.
One.
Oh. He didn't actually see it. Oh.
2. There it is. Beautiful from Refresh. So well executed. He knew the spot that he was in, and this patience has paid off massively.
I was really nervous for him, actually, that he'd crawl out as, oh my god, okay. zywoo puts an end to that. I was really scared, actually, he was going to creep out just as NBK was coming through.
Siphon in the middle. I think he is somewhat being spotted. This is a pretty big moment. It's Masuta that comes out on top. 4v2 there for the bomb's going to go down, though. Keep your eye on him. Refresh and zywoo, that AWP in play as well. He's been a little bit quiet. Refresh loses his head. It's all going to be down to zywoo. 3 from ramp. Absolutely crazy stuff. zywoo's landing the flicks, though. He was close. He hit him.
I think he would have been traded anyway.
Yes. And it seems like aggression is really all they can rely upon. Nice pickup coming in from zywoo, though. There's an entry, just a spawn-based one, and that already starts to set the tone for this round. Stare wins out against Masuta somehow, right? Still quick switching.
Oh my god. This isn't fair, is it? Refresh should probably die now. There's mollies in. But I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference. That shows where the AWP is. Players sprinting on to B. They know that Python's the A player. And this round's over. It should have been over. Maybe Python can drop the bomb here. Oh my lord. Zyphon, run. You need to run, brother. And he just makes it. Look at that. Almost getting tagged up enough. Okay, that went a little bit too close for comfort, but I don't think it's going to matter. Kenny turns the flash, and that results in his death. Haven't reacted more so. They've still got 2 on B. And there's been so much pressure, and that kill on MBK might change everything. Oh, Hadji swings. Hadji swings. There was a window where Masuta and Hadji could have fought together. And now Masuta's in a world of trouble. Refresh in towards the ninja corner. Feels like the whole round is hinging on this frag, and Masuta wins. Bails them out. Wow. That could have gone.
It's not out of the question, though. Oh, he's going to be heard. Masuta and Kenny to stop him, and Kenny will be the one that just hits that break for him.
Longs out of the server is a bit of a boon as well.
Very true. 4v4. Could be a 4v3 in just a second. Kenny S makes sure that it is. Molly will reach him. And he's awkwardly having to try battle to stay alive. Zello will find Hadji out on the B site, it looks like. So now just MBK to hold. Oh, awkward flash. He does get traded 2v2.
Big compromise, and I think this fight onto the back lanes is going to be the entire round. Zyphon peeks. Zello's actually going to get the kill first, and now
he's so unsure of where to go. Oh, he's millimeters off on that, you know. Maybe finishes Zello if he got the mark right. Can also see the shadow, but he can't really. It's just not enough information to work with into the two. A lot of weight on this guy's shoulders. Early smokes, early flashes going to make their way in. There was only one player holding down the A bomb site, and because he dies so fast, it now becomes very hard to retake control. Finally, the CTs will answer with a frag, but it's all on Stair, who's found himself with... Whoa! What? Longs comes out of nowhere. Longs and Stair, the dynamic duo. First rifle rounds have come through then in the second half. Masuta with an early approach. Contact flashes from both sides. It's the CTs that come out on top. And of course they do. Longs and Stair once again just ending the hopes and the dreams and everything else to do with Falcons. Ready to go once again. There's 2 of them on the A bomb side, so a lot of backup here as well. Lining up ever so slightly, can't get his head away, but Zello's set up for 2, surely. Kenny's going to attempt the trade here. MBK, meanwhile, in the middle, just too many targets. Does well to get 1. He's done his job again, but the support just isn't really there. Molotov to come round. Kenny S's position given away with only 10 seconds left. They know to just hold off. 15-5, the 2-0. Looking more and more likely, and they might even be able to take him down after time. Lounx is going to go for it, and Lounx does indeed get it done. Yes, he does. $50 for Kenny S. Uh-oh.
Aggressive call, 3 on towards B. I have no doubt they're going to get aggressive with these numbers. And actually, did he see something? That's amazing.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. MBK continues to push forwards. He is angry. He's back with a vengeance in these rounds. He really is frustrated. I think that the homies have not quite backed him as much as he would want. A late flash round for Stair. Finds 2, gets them back into the round. 2 on 2, therefore. Oh, missed shot from Zello, though. And that's going to change things drastically. Python survives and finds the final 2 kills for it.
So, yeah. I think MBK's looked pretty good individual so far on Falcons, and kind of proving he still got it.
Indeed, he is. A fast round coming in from both sides here. 4 versus 3. Very, very quickly. Zello's in a pretty good spot with this AWP. The Deagle not really able to find anything, but in comes the support of Zyphon, and Stair finally gets ahead. Kenny and Masuta are incredibly low. I think they know exactly where both these 2 players are. Coming in from the Deagle is inches away. Millimeters, I would say. But it's Zyphon. Safe plan. Info's going to be in. Zyphon's going to try and catch him alone, and he does. That will be all she wrote. 16-6. After a 16-9, this one doesn't last as long. Sprout, we touted them as one of the favorites coming in.